Hey, what is going on, you dead set legends? Just hold your horses. Chance will be on the show. He's just finished work. He's stuck in a bit of traffic, so don't worry. The big tugboat will be here, and will he be able to sail that ship to another win, or will the anchor, the Ukrainian, I'm talking about Sergei, Kalinachenko, be able to hold him on? So Chance will be on any minute, but I thought I can't just leave it going too much because we know the Tuesday night, Wednesday morning is a short show. So I can't just sit on me bloody hands. I've got to talk to the usual suspects. I've got to talk to all the dead set legends in the chat before my man, the tugboat, comes on in. Spread the word. Have a chat with everyone. Little bit of an update on the studio, which is good. Just getting more and more stuff going on, more and more shit in here. We're going to do a bit of building and everything like that. Kicking the Table is just around the corner. If you haven't already, I've made a video about Alexei Vitaly. Have I found a weakness? I don't know. But one thing I do know is something weird is going on in the arm wrestling world, because anytime you put out a video, anytime you put out a prediction, everyone is getting nasty. Let's hope the pendulum swings in the right way, because bloody hell, I can't be hanging and banging with so much negativity and so much shit. I just like making videos. I like having a laugh. So if you got to bring all that shit, get away from my channel. But anyway, the people that always bring the fun are in the chat right now. Let's have a chat. Tall Paul Hutching says, howdy, y'all. Mr. Jake, I reckon the tugboat going to get another win. There you go. We'll get. You all see the poll. Should all vote for the poll and should all like the video. Ready, bang. Good morning. Good morning to you, Bionic One. It is 9:07 a.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. Dan Jean says, ready, bang. Best podcast on YouTube. Really appreciate that, Dan. With all the great arm wrestling content out there, I appreciate you think that mine is the best. Billy D. He's come in with a ready bang. Andy Beckett is hanging about. Hey, yo. Atlantis IRL. Yo, yo. Oh. Fucking finally joining me. Good afternoon, dickhead. Bloody hell. His money's inside. He thinks he's the coolest bloke in the world. He's my guest. A massive, massive match coming in. Oh, what do we got? 10 days Australian time. We're rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. It's the tugboat. Chance Shaw, what's going on, my man?
What's up, Jake? And hey, just so everyone is aware, the reason I'm wearing sunglasses, these are prescription. I lost my glasses in the ocean. I'm definitely not trying to be like Paul Italia. Just want to set the record straight.
The best thing about that is your nickname is the tugboat, and you actually lost your glasses in the ocean. So for me, that is brilliant. We're just saying hi to everyone in the chat. Roy Leverie is hanging about. John the Savage Terrier, who'll be pulling the week after you, Chance, at Arm Gods, is hanging about. Chance looked impressive against Sabine. Hopefully keeps it going. We're going to talk about that as well. Hey, Zeus is in the chat saying, saludos. We got ready, bang, bro. What's up, Aussie? Everyone is hanging about. I think I've said hi to everyone. We've got Joe Nelson, my man. Says, yo, everybody, just rolled in. The one and only tugboat. Hope you crush Sergei Kalinachenko. Mate, where do we start? Let's start with knuckles up. No, actually, no. Let's be polite. Where are my manners? Chance, how you going, my man?
I'm doing pretty well. What about yourself?
Oh, mate, I'm always up and about.
It's kind of cool that I just saw you a couple weeks ago, and now I get to see you in a week.
Yeah, fun story. Fun story about Chance. We finally, after years of internet dating, he didn't catfish me. We got to catch up and hang out and met the beautiful Maggie as well. Both superstars. But it was funny because you went, oh, hey, mate, I know you're going to King of the Table. Can you give this shirt to Mateo Rangi ahead of Morris? And I was like, yeah, I'll chuck it in my bag. And then by the time I got home, I find out that you'll be at King of the Table. So now you're treating me like your personal bloody chauffeur, bag carrier.
Yeah, I didn't have too much heads up for this match. So had I would have known, I would have just brought it myself.
Yeah. Well, let's get into that. When was the actual phone call, and who gave you the heads up and says, hey, I reckon we've got a banger for you?
Yeah, so it was Don who reached out to me. I can tell you exactly when he reached out to me. Give me a second. I'm pulling it up on WhatsApp.
That's right. While you do that, I'll say hi to some others in the chat. Hey, how you going, Roy? Says, let's go, Aussie. We got on the Tree of Woe. Says, I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. I reckon I've missed this. Hello, Uncle Chance from Ashton. Is what tuning in.
What's up, Ashton? It's my nephew, obviously.
Yeah, how old is he?
He's 11 now. His birthday was this weekend.
Happy birthday, Ashton! I hope Uncle Chan's bought you something really good, or at least treated you to a day out and got you some ice cream or something like that.
Yeah, I got him some cool shoes.
Oh, nice. John says, Sergei strong, but Chance gets the win in a battle match. Sarah Latona's up and about and is saying, hey, Jake and Chance. How you going, Sarah? It was good to meet Sarah. This year, I've been able to meet a lot of you guys. It's been brilliant. Met Sarah and Jason at Arizona State and a lot of others. A few are in the chat now. And then, of course, meeting you and everyone else at Knuckles Up. All right, back to it. When did Don give you the call up?
That was Tuesday, so a week ago, actually.
Only a week ago?
Yeah, 1 week ago. He called. He said, hey, let me know. I have this match for you. I need to know, today. I'm like, ooh, let me figure some things out. I gave him a call the next day, so that was Wednesday, and we hashed out the details, ended up working out, and now I fly out on next week.
Yeah, samesies. I fly, what day is it today in Australia? It's Wednesday, so I fly out in 8 days. Tomorrow morning, so in about, So
unfortunately, I couldn't get off work. I had some reasoning that I couldn't, unfortunately. So I leave Thursday night. So I get there Friday night.
Oh yeah, beauty. I'll be there. I'll welcome you with a cocktail or a water, whatever the planning is. How does the body feel going from match to match? Because Knuckles Up was only a few weeks ago, and now you're taking on another bloody strong European in Kalinachenko.
Yeah, as long as I have 2 weeks of time, I'm usually good to go. I faced Ron Bath, and then 2 weeks after that, I faced Zurab, and that went just fine. So I don't think timing between matches will be an issue in this case.
Yeah, beautiful. And you're becoming, how do we put it, one of the most frustrating arm wrestlers on the planet, because we're all in. We all love ourselves a bit of tugboat. And it's like, you beauty, here we go. Chance is ready to go. Fall short against Ron Bath. And then we're like, right, he's taking on Zurab. Here we go. Can he do it? And Chance goes bang. And then Petrenko doesn't go your way. And then out of nowhere, Sabine Badalescu at Knuckles Up, and you manhandle him. What's it like an athlete just not getting... Because you're aiming for the top, which we absolutely love. But what's it like as an athlete just not getting the 3, the 4, the 5 win streak?
I mean, the thing about it is when you push yourself and you take really challenging matches against really tough opponents, you're bound to take your losses. It's just the facts. I have decided that my path in arm wrestling is challenging the absolute cream of the crop. Taking losses is part of that. It doesn't bother me. It just shows me what I need to work on, what I need to improve, where I need to get stronger, and then I can push to the next match.
Yeah, beautiful. I get a lot of support, which is good. Usually when a North American takes on a European, usually it sways the other way. But all the usual suspects in the chat at the moment are just like, hey, I'm taking a chance.
Yeah, I'm surprised. My Saban match must have helped my stock.
Well, if arm wrestling maths has taught us anything, because Sabine bet Pavlo Durbadenyev. So everyone, he's almost like a measuring post, Pavlo. And Sabine beat him at king of the table, and then you beat Sabine. So if de facto, you're the best in North America.
Yeah, apparently. Hey, and Sabine was the last person to beat Levon, so therefore I'm kind of like the king, right?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let me redo the intro. I have the strongest arm wrestler on the planet, the Levon Slayer.
Exactly.
It's going to be brilliant. Hey, Anthony wants to know, if you want to share this information, what do you do for work?
So I help run a family pest control business part-time. So my mom runs the shop pretty much, and sometimes she needs me there, and when she needs me there, I'm there. So usually it's just a couple days a week, but like I said, family business. So when family duty calls, that means I got to step in.
Wow. Speaking of family, I might have met just one of the most handsome dads in arm wrestling and Knuckles Up as well. Big Dad. What a character he is.
Yeah, he's definitely a character.
Is he gonna come with you?
He is. He actually booked his tickets. So you'll see him again.
He's great. And will the lovely Maggie be coming as well?
Maggie's coming. I also am bringing a couple of Swedes with me.
Oh, the old what? He's a jet. Emil.
This guy here.
Yeah, there he is. Jeez,
yeah, him and his girlfriend will be coming as well.
Oh, that's cool. So we'll all get to hang out there. That's unreal. That'll be really good. Now we get. Oh, everyone's now calling you the Exterminator. That's brilliant. Oh no, that's how I might introduce him, as the Exterminator. So you came in, Sabine Badalescu, Knuckles Up. Man, what? We were having a chat off camera, so I won't dive too much into that. But how were you feeling going into the match? And I think, like most of the arm wrestling world, were you just as shocked as we were?
Honestly, going in, I thought my chances of winning. I just came off the loss with Petrenko. I felt like some things still needed some work. I didn't have much time to work them, so I was like, my odds of winning pretty low. I would definitely have told nobody to bet on me. And so after the first ready go, when I was able to just contain and flash pin him, I thought, okay, things must have connected. That little bit of time I had to work on things must have been enough to solve my issues. And yeah, I was extremely surprised.
Yeah, wow. I think the whole arm wrestling world was. When was the moment when you went, oh, this tugboat is just steamrolling Sabine? Was it in the setup? Was it after round one?
After round one, I felt the most amount of confidence boost, but I knew things could change quickly. Just because you win the first round, he could have been sleeping on the go. He could have just made a bad adjustment. So I'm like, he's a very good arm wrestler. Let's wait and see how round two goes. But after round one, of course, I felt really confident. After round two, I felt he went a little bit early. I got pushed a little bit outside. And when I was able to drive through his King's move and I felt I still had more in the tank, I kind of knew it was in the bag at that point.
Oh, and in the bag it was. Do you get what would have been the feeling? Not so much after the match, because everyone's happy when they bloody win, but a few days later, because we were talking about the win-loss. Is there any like, why can't this chance turn up to every bloody event?
Yeah, no, I just know that, again, losses teach me what I need to improve and wins don't. So, a few days after my match with Saban, I was thinking the same thing I was a few days after my match with Petrenko, which is it's time to get strong. It's time to keep working and push myself to the next level. So, yeah, I wouldn't say it changed my outlook too much.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. White Wolf has just jumped in the chat with a ready Fang the King. Roger Cunningham says, damn, it's that chance to tell you.
Hey, I gave a disclaimer earlier.
Roger, he just said he's too cool for the Aussie arm wrestler. He says he's just what Sarah Latona say? I like that one. The sun never sets on a bad ass. I thought that was quite
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
quite cool. Red Hot Chili Peppers, yes, Emil was the one that took care of Evan Burgoyne on the same day that Chance Shaw took care of BLM. That was a good day. That was a good day for you too. So now, when someone gets the call at short notice against someone like Kalinachenko, what are the thoughts? What are the thoughts that are running through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks isn't a ton of time to prepare. It was like 2.5 weeks. It's not a ton of time to prepare. So my only thought is, well, first of all, I reached out to my coach. I'm getting coaching from 2-on-1 arm wrestling. It's Daniel Prokopchik and Tibaru. If you haven't seen their YouTube,
not bad coaches.
yeah, no, not at all. And so first I reached out to them. I told them like, hey, let's switch up my training program specific for Sergei. It's only 2 weeks, but let's see what we can work. So just come up with a game plan, make sure I'm in good shape, and go from there.
Oh, mate, and go from there. You have been. It's going to be brilliant. So is there any, because, yeah, as you said, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks is a short amount of time. You got to get off work. You got to see how many of the entourage are coming. You're bringing them all, so I doubt you'll ever take your sunglasses off again. You'll probably pull with your sunnies on. I mean, so, and flights, and you know what it's like. You're an international superstar. It all goes in there. When does the training stop? And is there any watching of the footage of Kalinachenko?
Well, as soon as I got the call, I started watching Sergei's matches. Just I've seen all of them, but it's always nice to have a refresher. So I started studying those immediately. As far as when my training stops, it's going to be Saturday. So exactly 1 week before, I'm not going to be really doing anything. I might do a little bit of blood flow recovery stuff, but my last training with any real resistance is going to be on Saturday.
Oh, okay. And then it's just get the old. Let's have a look. You'll have Maggie on the left foot. You'll have Daddy Dan on the right foot giving you a massage. You'll have Emil on your right arm giving you a massage. You'll have Emil's lovely girlfriend on your left arm giving you a massage. Who's going to do your shoulders?
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to call you to step in.
Well, carrying half your bloody luggage to the big bed sheet for Matai Rangi. No, it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be a great match. Without giving too much away, do you watch Kalinachenko and go, bang, I have A, I have B, I have C, or is it like, oh, geez, this Ukrainian badass, I'm just going to have to just go one way?
I mean, if you watch his matches, you can definitely see there's a few gaps, there's a few chinks in his armor, if you will. I mean, if you watch him against Matt Mask, you can kind of see where those are. Even though he beat Matt really showed where Sergei is vulnerable. Sergei, with 2 weeks, does not have time, because he also only really had 2 or 3 weeks notice. He doesn't have enough time to fix those issues either. So I kind of know that those options are available. And then if you look at his match against Georgi Zaranov, and it was Georgi Zaranov, at East versus West, you can also see, okay, he also struggles, in a different lane. So obviously, number one, in my opinion, whenever you're going into a super match, the first thing you do is your ace, your best move, and then you adjust from there. But I do think that there's a couple possibilities of different lanes to adjust to.
Ooh. Can anyone in the chat guess? What are the lanes? What are the lanes that Chance can get it? For me, I think the one thing that does go into your repertoire, I think, is endurance. We've seen Kalinachenko blow massive leads. We saw it at East versus West, 2-0 up, goes down 3-2. We saw it at AWC against Matt Mask, 3-0 up, went to a silver bullet. So I think that'll be something that that suits you. Do you prefer the best of 5 that you've been pulling at, or do you like the first of 4 or the 6 rounders here at King of the Table?
I've never really pulled a real 6-rounder. The only time I did was way back when I pulled Bowen like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that.
That
Other
no
than
one
that,
will ever forget.
yeah. But other than that, I've never really pulled one, so I can't tell you if I prefer or if I don't. I will say against Sergei, I probably will end up preferring it because, like you said, his endurance hasn't been a huge strong suit of his. So yeah, we'll see, but I think I'll like it. I mean, more arm wrestling is always fun, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. During the press conference or after the match, we get the Gatling gun out, because I think there's quite a number of superstars, and this is, I don't know why people aren't getting excited here about King of the Table, because Krasimir Kostadinov, Lachlan Adair, Matt Mask, Ron Barth, yourself, and Sergei, there better be a lot of call-outs happening. I mean, you could re-challenge Ron Barth. You could say, right, I'm coming after you, Matt Mask. We could have the awesome Lachlan Adair versus Chance Shaw match. Is the tugboat just got to look at the end of his ship and start calling everyone out?
I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how everything plays out. But I do have a couple of ideas on matches that I want next.
Ooh.
But first, my main concern is I have to win, because you don't get to lose and call someone out.
Yeah, yeah, you kind of got to take your lashings there if you going if you lose and then call someone out, it's certainly different. That's why I'm saying do it at the press conference, just in case.
Do it before I've lost. That way, any chance of losing is gone.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
Yeah.
It just makes sense as Sound Saber has just come in with a ready bang. Phil Woody's hanging about. He says, "Gotta love Chance and his kick-ass pistol grip top roll." There you go. Phil Woody's studying you very close. Now, we've asked people in the poll who will win, and 69%. No, yeah, 69% are saying the Chance gets the chocolates, and he's going to win.
Interesting.
It's very. This is going to be very, very awkward. I've just received a message from maybe someone that may or may not be in your bedroom, and he said, "Why are you talking to this bum, Sergei? 6-0, and then Chance retires." And I'm like, what?
Is that what Emil just said?
Whoa! I was like, Emil, I mean, random person, why are you sending me that while Chance is on the show? So with the short time that you are there, you land Thursday night, Friday morning?
Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah.
So, wow, will you even make it to the conference?
Yeah, that's, it's tight.
Wow, what time do you land?
I'll have to double check and let you know.
Because the press conference is, I think, usually 24 hours before the event. So
yeah, I think I'll be getting to the hotel like shortly before the press conference.
Shit, mate, don't even go to the hotel. Just can't, because it's about a half-hour drive from where we are.
Well,
so
I might just have to go straight from the airport to the press conference. We'll see how it goes. Yeah,
which will be good because but like they run a pretty smooth ship at King of the Table. So like you'll have all your drivers and everything and all serious. Joe Nelson's in the chat and he says, "I'm curious how Chance likes his training with 212 versus 212 versus others he's trained with before. How's the difference?"
So they are my favorite trainers so far as arm wrestling specifics go. Every time that I complete one of their training sessions, every single movement, I feel exactly where it's helping, how it's applying to the table. It seems really well thought out. And the style of training I like as well. So anyone that's looking for a coach, obviously I pay monthly. They don't do it for free for me, but I would highly recommend them.
Yeah, beautiful. There you are, Joe. Get on it. I mean, you're getting a surgeon training you. He's going to be brilliant. So the day of, mate. The day of. What do you do? What will you guys do the day of the event?
As far as
What's your preparation? Because like I was speaking to Lars Rabakin, and he can't go a day without training. So he'll get up early and he's just going to go through his usual training. I know some athletes will not leave their room till it's time to go. What does Chance do in preparation?
Well, anytime I have a match overseas, for me it's important to get a IV. So I will find an IV and get that done Saturday. Usually I like to get it the day before a tournament, but obviously that's not really an option in my case. So day of, I'll probably get an IV, and then I like to relax personally. I don't really like to think about arm wrestling or talk about arm wrestling or do anything arm wrestling related day of. If it's up to me, I'll just be chilling, relaxing, maybe go shopping with Maggie, maybe walk around. I don't know. I don't really have any plans. I just like to keep my mind busy and just chill.
I don't know if you should go shopping the day of, because in Dubai, about 15 minutes up the road, the world's biggest shopping center.
Yeah. I've been there.
Oh, you've been there?
Yeah.
I walked in and it was too overwhelming, so I quickly grabbed some lunch and left. I was like, if there's waterfalls, ice skating rinks and zoos in your shopping center, might be a bit big for me. And I'd get lost in there, and then I'd cry, and then I'd be looking for the nearest responsible adult, and it wouldn't go too well.
Yeah, I don't like shopping. It's not for me either, but happy wife, happy life, as they say. Not that I'm married, but same concept applies.
You guys are basically married. You've been around the world together. Have you spoken to Don? Because I know a lot of people are always curious. Are you allowed to wear the colourful shirt, or are you stuck with the king of the table shirt?
I actually haven't spoken to him. I need to. Thanks for the reminder. But typically, even if I'm not allowed to wear it to compete, I can wear it to walk out. So I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah, you can walk it out, fling it into the crowd, and then they've got themselves a collector's item.
Yeah.
So at King of the Table, we've got 4 other matches that everyone in the chat's wanting to know your thoughts on, and then, of course, future matches if you do get the win. Lars Rabakin, we've got a few people coming back to the table, and one of them is Lars Rabakin. We haven't seen him forever and a day, and he's up against the big Mate Arangi. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty exciting match for me. I'm interested to see Lars pull. When I was staying over in Sweden last year, Lars and I had discussed training together because he was supposed to have a match with Matt. I think that ended up falling through, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to train with him. So it'll be nice to finally meet him. I think that if he's in good shape, he can surprise a lot of people. The flip side of that, I mean, Big Monty is a beast. He's super strong. I mean, he made Todd Hutchings work really hard. Obviously, he has all sorts of good wins, and he was the top guy in Oceania for a long time. Now it's Lachlan. But either way, I think that's a really interesting match. It's going to be press versus King's Move top roll. So it's kind of like the classic fight that we all like to see, like Jerry and Michael used to have back in WAL days. So I think that's a 50-50 match. It can go either way.
Oh, I hope. I'm not sure. Like, I'm good friends with Big Mate, so of course I wouldn't mind him getting the win. But then a part of me wants Lars to get the win, so then we've got another person in the mix.
Yeah, exactly.
If he gets the win, Agent of Chaos says, "Trust me, not being married is not being basically married. Don't do a chance." Oh, Agent of Chaos. Maggie's a lovely woman. Maybe we'll see a surprise proposal.
Whoa, don't be giving me the ideas.
Oh, I've just got it here. The whole family's coming over. We've got your nephew and your auntie in the comments section. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see arm wrestling's proposal, because what happens is when Chance is up 5-0, he's going to get to the table round 6, and he's going to go into a King's Move. And once he pins him for round 6, he'll be on one knee. And they go, whoosh. Maggie.
Don't be giving
dad.
Maggie any ideas, Jake. You're gonna
I
get me
can
in trouble
take it. I'm
now.
married. I've proposed. I'm very happy. That's fine. No, only joking. Hope you're not watching, Maggie. I do apologize. Megatron says it's a good idea. Chance comes out with a Hawaiian shirt and throws it into the crowd. His custom Chanshaw shirts will sell like hotcakes. I think they will. No, I think they will. Now, your name sometimes always comes in. Chanshaw should pull Lachlan a dare, Lachlan a chair, should pull Chanshaw. So it'd be good you guys are in the same room. But Lachlan is pulling Krasimir Kostadinov. What are your thoughts on that match?
I think it's really interesting, actually. I would have set that match myself. It's like one of the matches I've been thinking about for a while. Because both Lachlan and both Lachlan and Krasi have been struggling against top rollers, like Matt is what I was going to say. So seeing finally that they both get to pull hook pullers is really nice. So like I mean, we know where the match is going to go. It's going to go deep inside. We're going to see who has more horsepower and more, just horsepower, I guess.
Oh, we'll be able to sit there, enjoy, get the popcorn out, and see two people like bad fishermen just get stuck in a hook, and it's going to be brilliant. I cannot wait for that one. We must have a lot of people in the chat not liking marriage. So you might have a get out of jail free card here, Chance.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly.
Says he, a man, he's not complete until he's married. Then he is finished. Well, I love being married, and I'm not just saying that because my wife is in the house. I absolutely love it. Wow, geez, everyone's going, uh-oh, the odds are darting, I've done it now.
Boy.
Oh, no, Maggie and I used to be friends. I've ruined it now. I feel like playing that Jaws music. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe I could force the issue. So you win, and the Aussie arm wrestler interviews the winners after the match.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, you got something else to say, Chance? You sure anything else, mate? They'll be in my ear going, move on to the next match, move on. And I'll be like, no, Chance, anything else? Have you got a hamstring cramp? No, I shouldn't do that. I don't want to. They're actually two lovely people. Had great time with them in Knuckles Up. So I'm just all having a joke. And Maggie's got a great sense of humor. We all shared a few laughs over there. So no arm wrestling proposals at the moment. And if there is, then that's fantastic. But I'm not putting anything out there. All fun and games. White Wolf's always in there. He says, ask me about my stripper ex-wife. Oh, that is funny. Call me crazy, but I think John is going to win. Well, pump the brakes, Agent of Chaos. We're going to get the Tugboat's thoughts on that match in a moment. And I'm sure everyone in the chat is knowing that Lachlan's going to win. I think Lachlan's going to win, and I can't wait for it. Don't rattle your head, Chance. As an Australian that just needs big wins on the main stage, and Lachlan won at East versus West, and sometimes it's just not going our way. I'm needing another.
I think it's close. I think it's a really good match.
It'll be a good match, and I think I've just caused arm wrestling's first breakup, so I do.
Yeah, no.
No, bless. Matt Mask, Ron Barth. I think this is sexy. I really do. I think this is arm wrestling's sexified match. It's going to be exciting. If you didn't check out the podcast with them too, they just went at it. It was hilarious.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, mate. I think I've even got the highlights on my phone of just Matt Mask absolutely pasting Ron Barth. It is great. What are your thoughts on that one?
It's really interesting for me because as far as I know, Matt typically beats Ron typically beats Matt like every single time. Like Matt gets a little bit of wrist and then Ron goes sideways. That being said, Matt is looking better and better in my opinion. I know he's taking some losses, but I think he's still on an upward trajectory from a couple years ago, and I think Ron is a little bit on a downward trajectory. So this might be, the time where Matt finally gets his redemption. I'm sure Matt has a few pins on him, but I'm leaning towards Matt.
Yeah. It'll be very exciting. It'll be very exciting. It's just going to be firecrackers on there. I think they're both going to break their hands from smashing the table after every round, after every slip. So they might not even make it six. They might not even make it 6 rounds. I really do. I really do enjoy it. Andy Beckett's been a member for 5 months. Same with Agent of Chaos. And he says, good luck, Chance. I got you for the win.
Thanks, Andy.
Says Andy Beckett. People are asking, is this the best King of the Table card? Joe's very happy that there's 5 matches at King of the Table. I think, if you're going star power-wise, obviously it's a no. I mean, when you look at the previous ones. But the potential to have 5 awesome matches, 5 very entertaining matches. I think at the end of King of the Table, we could be talking about this being entertainment-wise the best King of the Table. What about you, Chance?
I agree. I think that as far as top end matches go, it's not the best. But as far as close matches go, I think that this is going to be the match with the closest cards, the most wars, the most entertaining. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm a little biased because I'm on it, but I really think that it is the case because a lot of the times, unfortunately, we see pretty lopsided matches. It's hard to set matches. I just don't see. I only see one 6-0 match, and it's mine.
Well, there you go. That's what we want. That's what we want. But yeah, but I'm the same as you because Lachlan, Adair, and Krasny are going into a hook war. Everyone's invested in your trajectory. And Sergei had, I don't think Kalinachenko has ever had a bad match. You know what I mean? Win or lose. Then you've got the comeback of Lars Rabakin taking on Mate Arangi, just seeing 2 big, massive meatheads on the table. So that could go either way because Mate wanting to climb and get on that international stage. Then Ron Barth and Matt Mask have never, ever, ever had boring matches. Even when Matt's been pasted by the likes of Sandra Shedez and Yevgeny Prudnik. First of all, just say those names out loud. That's who he's losing to. They're still entertaining. And then, of course, the main event, pulling John 2. Holy moly.
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't like this match.
Yeah, I think a lot of I think a lot of people feel like after John took the loss to Todd that maybe he's on a decline or something. But we're talking about Todd Hutchings, the guy who went right through Iraqli with ease, and he's not a slouch. So for John to lose to him, to me, doesn't show John is on a decline at all. And last time Vovoda came back, it was against Tim Breslin, 5 years ago, and Tim got the win. So a lot of people are counting John out, I think, from what I've been reading online, and I think that that's crazy. I would never count John out, not in this match. And for me, it's really interesting to see because when I first started in the sport, I remember watching Pulling John 20 times. And so to finally see Alexi and John go at it round 2 20 years later is pretty incredible.
And you'll be on the card, mate. Not only you have you watched it, but whenever, and then in another 20 years, and they go back and watch John and Alexi part 2, well, they got to watch one of the matches before that, and it's you. I love it. Gives me goosebumps. I love surreal moments like that. I have mine with John Brezink. I was 3 years old when Over the Top came out. I think you're about 10 years from being born, but yeah. But probably even longer. But yeah, so I was 3 years old, and it's just funny how life goes because he's in that movie and won the Over the Top, and then 30 something years later, I'm going to be in his house doing a show, and and I'm commentating him and interviewing him and things like that. So I think it's great, and it's something you should be, if you're not already, Chance, it's something you should be real proud of, and
oh yeah, absolutely.
But I'm the same as you. We have the shortest memories in arm wrestling. Like I'll go back to Rivas Las Vegas. He beats Dave Chafee, and suddenly he's number 2 in the world. He's ready to take on Levan. But then when Devin beat him, Dave's injured. You know what I mean? And then everyone's saying now Vitaly's the number 2 guy. But Vitaly beat the guy that beat Dave. Now, that's no disrespect to Dave. He's just not 100% at the moment.
Yeah, and Dave also beat Vitaly not too long ago. That's
right. So the arm wrestling match, we are in the TikTok brain world. We are in the YouTube world where we tend to forget. Now, if you go back and watch, okay, John's on a bit of a losing streak, which is very weird to say. But he manhandled Petrenko, got pins, and he was crook as a dog against Ongabayev. Got baited. He got out arm wrestled against Irakli, but was still holding on to that massive guy. And Todd Hutchings has had 1 loss in his last 10 matches, and that was Prudnik. It's not like the local bum down at your bar has got him. So I genuinely believe that this is going to be a really good match. Now, Voda looks good in the gym, but that's gym, Chance.
Every single person that I've ever beat has heavier lifts than I do. So I don't really think that not that it doesn't matter, but it's not the end all be all.
No, that's right. So before we get your official prediction, we'll get in here, and it says people like because John barely lost to Irakli and Ongabayev, that he's not ready to retire. He's still extremely strong. No way he loses to a vegan. I don't think he's vegan anymore. But yeah. So give us all your predictions in there. Chances get a win for sure. I'm mostly just like his style, very efficient.
Thank you.
Which is good. So John taking on Voda. Who have you got?
To me, it's a bit of a coin flip. I know I've said that with all the matches, and I like to pick favorites, but I really just think that these matches are set so well. The reason it's a coin flip for me is just because I don't know where Voda is. If Voda is coming in close to the shape that he was in last time he was on the table, I have John winning. If he is really ahead of that shape, like he's saying he is, then I have to favor Voda slightly. Official prediction, I'm going to go John 4-2.
There you go. Love it. That is real good. And my prediction that you need to take to the bank is... So take that one to the bank, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure what happened there, but if you didn't catch it, then that's just a bit of bad luck. But
he was only muted for you guys, so if you want to know the real answer, you can just ask me on Instagram.
Obson's in the chat, and he says, sure for the win. Looked awesome at Knuckles Up.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people are forgetful, like how do Saplenkov, who's not even in the top 10, deserve a shot at Devin? And I'll get your thoughts on this in a moment, Chance. But for me, ex-Monster, there are just some particular athletes that kind of get to do what they want. And when you are running Supermatch formats and you are wanting to sell pay-per-views so you can run more Supermatches, people like Dennis, people like Voda, Travis Bajan is another one. They can pick and choose, and you've got to understand the other person has to agree. It's not like they sit there and say, Chance, you have to pull Sabine right now. It's like, no, we've got this match for you. Would you like to take it? and Devin versus Dennis has never happened on the right hand. So all for it. And if Dennis isn't up to Devin's level, then we'll see that on November 11th. What do you think, Chance? You are quite familiar with rankings and things like that.
Whenever I was coming into the sport, the dream match was Devin versus Dennis. It was like compilations on YouTube of Devin and Dennis and like, oh, this is the dream match. I'm sure you've seen the videos too. So for me, it's a match I've always wanted to see. Now, Dennis was out of the sport for a bit. I understand. But if you see his training footage, he still looks like he's in top shape. And like you said, when you're a legend, you get to pull whoever you want to. And I've been on the flip side of that. John was coming back in the sport. I mean, not that I was the top in the world, but when John was coming back in the sport, I had a match with him. I only had like 2 weeks notice for that match too. But guess what? If you're an arm wrestler and you get the opportunity to pull someone like John Brzenk or Dennis, you say yes. So yeah, I don't know the thought process. I definitely don't agree with the thought process of like, oh, you know, he has to prove himself again, blah, blah, blah. No, absolutely not. It's Denis Saplinkov.
Yeah. But I do love your opinion, ex-Monster Art. Gives good discussion topics in there. Tall Paul is in there, and he says, hopefully Brzenk throws a wampin on him. Cobra Vavoda says, of course Alexei Vavoda is going to beat John. Yes, I'm sorry, people, but he will lose 100% to Vavoda. There you go. Good luck, Chance. Take one home for the USA. Good old Willie boy.
Thank you, Grimace. Thank you, Grimace.
Yeah. What did you think of Knuckles Up?
I thought, honestly, it was one of the best events I've ever been part of. I love the way we were treated as athletes. I love the organization. The production, especially in person, was next level. I'm hoping I get invited to the second one. We'll see.
I'm hoping I get invited to the second one as well because, yeah, I'm with you. I absolutely love it. I went back and watched a bit of it, and the sound was a bit – but I always have problems with microphones. I can never seem to get them right. But, yeah, I was very impressed with the way they went about it. And they treated the athletes, and including myself, I was included in all that. They treated us like genuine superstars of the sport, and for that I was very grateful.
Yeah, the athletes, yourself, the refs, Judy and Sean, they even had my dad part of all of the athlete stuff, so that was really nice to have them around for like the dinners and stuff.
It was brilliant. Brad wants to know, how many years have you been pulling, Chance? How old are you?
I started in April of 2015.
April of 2015.
Yeah, so what is that, 8 years, 8.5 years now?
Yeah, beautiful. Is there going to be a celebration when you hit the 10 years?
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. Maybe I'll have to throw a little tournament or a super match or something for my 10 year.
Ooh, beautiful. Well, what do you prefer? Because we always see you at tournaments. Do you prefer tournaments or super matches?
I definitely like super matches. I like the aspect of getting to study one person, trying to dissect their weaknesses, training specifically for them. It's totally different than than tournaments. I'm sorry. Tournaments, I feel like you just need to be as strong as possible and as efficient as possible and hope it works out. Super matches give the ability for adjustments and things. I like both, but yeah, I definitely prefer super matches. I pulled a few tournaments this year though, like 3 tournaments, I think. So it's not like I don't do them anymore. It's just not preferred.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, give everyone the scene, mate. You've been called to the table. It's round 1. Aussie Arm Wrestler gives you the best introduction you've ever heard in your life. You're there. You grip up with Kalinachenko. How is round 1 going to go?
I grip up with Kalinachenko, round 1, slip strap. We mess around, referee's grip. Hopefully I don't have the buckle. I crack Sergei's wrist, go straight to the side. 1-0, Chance Shaw.
Oh! I might have to study that, and I'll see if I can hit it word for word when that happens in round 1. Is Emil still there?
He is, yeah.
Bring him over. I want to see what he thinks will happen round 1. Emil Ekstrom, everybody. The Swedish sensation. Him and Chance are inseparable. Emil, my man. First of all, it's cool to see you in Norway. Hopefully, I'll be back next year for the Hardanger Open.
Yeah.
Has Chads got any hope at all of beating this Ukrainian?
Yeah, for sure.
Why not? Why not? Why doesn't he have a chance? No.
Why doesn't he?
How do you see round one going?
They're gonna slip. They're gonna get a strap, and then I think it goes Chance's way. But I'm biased, obviously.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I love a bit of biased commentary. Wait till I start commentating Lachlan Adair. I'll lose my shit if he gets some pins on Krasimir. I'll probably go up after 3 rounds and interview him. So there's nothing wrong with a bit of bias, so as it's done fun. If, and we'll go hypothetically, if Kalinachenko had a chance of winning, where do you think he could go?
Where would he beat Chance?
Yeah.
It would most likely be in a top role.
Okay, there you go.
No, I think his best chance to beat me is to just try to set the hook against me 6 times in a row. If he just keeps trying to set the hook, he'll eventually get me. That should be his game plan. Don't listen to Emil.
It's gonna be brilliant, guys. Let us know in the chat. We'll probably go for about another 5 or 10 minutes. Get it in there. Let us know, is Chance going to win? And if so, how will he beat Sergei Kalinachenko? It will be brilliant. Please buy the pay-per-view. Support this man. It is going to be a killer event. September 23rd. I'll be there. These two on my screen will be there. Daddy Dan Shaw will be there as well. We may or may not get a surprise arm wrestling proposal. I don't want to bring that up again, but something like that will happen. But the one thing is for sure, you're going to get everything from Chance the Tugboat. He is going to get it. We've got Ignilk. Ignilk says, I'm betting on Chance Shaw. And Blase is in there. And he says that I'm assuming that's a tugboat. That's a boat emoji. My eyes. Maybe I need some of your prescription.
I swear they're prescription.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. That's right.
I had to go and get some. I had to drive like over an hour to the closest eyeglass place that had appointments, and they're supposed to be here the day after I leave. So like fingers crossed they don't have to arm wrestle in these.
Oh my God. The internet will have a field day if you
know.
turn up with those sunnies and don't win. Oh, wow.
People are going to – I really don't want to wear it because I don't want people to associate sunglasses with my image. Like, I've worked so hard to have my tugboat image, and I don't want it to be ruined with sunglasses.
And the internet, mate, it can get ruined like that.
Yeah.
It's just like dieting.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're continuing in the super heavyweight division once this match happens, because whatever match you're offered a king of the table, you kind of take it because you want to debut on the big stage. You've been on the big stage over in Turkey. Is there plans to stay in the super heavyweight division? Are there a couple of people you want to knock off first? Are you looking to go the super heavyweight division, or are you wanting to drop down?
No. I still want to drop down. I want to drop to if Ingen invites me back, I want to pull at 115. If not, maybe 110. So like 253 or 242. I'm in the process of my cut. Like I'm slowly cutting down now. I'll still take matches at super heavyweight if I get a call. Absolutely. I'm not going to say no, but I have a feeling that I will be even more successful at a lighter weight, power wise, strength, like technique, because I'll be able to get tighter, endurance, everything I think is going to be better at a lighter weight. So I don't think my odds drop as I get lighter to face heavier guys, if that makes sense.
Oh, mate. And I think that just opens the door up. I think of people that are around the 115, 253 class, and that just opens up the door for more amazing for more amazing matches. Emil, when's your next match, mate?
My next match? I don't have one planned.
What? What do you mean? Someone booked this man. In fact, Will, if you're still in the chat, knuckles up. Knuckles up. Very exciting Swedish arm wrestler right here. I was hoping for a lot more styling and profiling after you guys pulled at that outdoor event with BLM, Evan McGoyne, and all of that. I was hoping to see more. I would love a rematch with you and Tums, because at the Hardanger Open, your weight cut, your crook, you weren't at 100%. There, Yeah. So I think you're a very exciting puller. So get over there, book this man. Arm Gods, book this man. AWE, book these men. Get it on there. We'll try and get you some more matches, because, that'd be brilliant. Gizmo wants to know, what will be in the IV when you get to King of the Table?
Just the hydration and usually vitamin C as well, to help make sure I don't get sick, because I have a tendency, if I don't, I could get sick after flying. But I've been doing vitamin C, glucosamine, and then just hydration, whatever, saline. I guess that's what's in the bags typically.
Gizmo, I'll sum it all up to you in 3 letters. PED. That's what will be. Chance is just using all of these fancy words. It rhymes with meroids. Get it in there.
Okay.
No, not at all. I get that. Yeah, it's the right thing to get hydrated. Hydrated for sure. Clerks93 says Kalinachenko will probably use his press on Chance.
That's a really good plan. He should start with a press immediately. Yeah, that'd pin me good.
Do it, Kalinachenko. So then we can say Chance sure wins 1-0. Guys, any final questions or comments? Because we are going to wrap up the show, because Evan Burgoyne's show will start any minute now. So if you've got any final questions for this man, get up and about. Gatorade up, Chance. Good luck, young buck. Get up and about. That is for sure. We're very, very pumped for Chance to be pulling and making his King of the Table debut. So that'll be good. Are you going to try and go through and hit all the checklists? Because you've done his first.
Yeah.
You've done King of the Table. You've done Knuckles Up.
I got to make Arm Wars work with Neil. I've talked with Neil about potentially pulling Arm Wars. It just has to make sense for me financially to be able to afford to go over there. But maybe I can do like a lot of the guys do, and on the way home from Turkey, swing through the UK and go home. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'll be good. Then we've got Levan's blood is in the IV. I mean, that would be pretty handy.
Yeah,
you'd probably grow a third
for sure.
You'd probably grow a third year. All right, guys, if we can, please thank the one and only, the Tugboat Chance Shaw, and of course his right-hand man that I'll be hanging out with in Dubai next week, which would be good, Emil Ekstrom from Sweden. And he's going to be brilliant. Head over to the Beer Man Show. Tell them that the 3 of us sent you. We absolutely love you all. And guys, we will see you next time. Chance wins.